There's a few things that we can pretty much guarantee are gonna happen when we have little ones, and unfortunately, one of those things is them being sick, like all the time. So today I wanted to share my top tips with you on what to feed them when they're sick and how you can make sure that they're still getting what their body needs. For the best toddler nutrition and feeding advice, please subscribe to my channel. Yes, you. It means so much to me when you subscribe, and make sure to hit the bell so you're notified every week when I post a new video. Okay, today we're chatting practical advice that you can use when your little one is sick with a cold, the flu, whatever winter nastiness. And I know it can come in other times than winter too. So I'm gonna share my dietitian approach with you on what to feed them when they're sick. There's so much misinformation out there on what to feed our little ones in general, but especially during sickness. So I wanna make sure that you get the evidence-based real deal. If you follow me on Instagram, and if you're not, make sure to follow me there. You've probably heard me say this at least once. Your number one goal when they're sick is hydration. That is the most important thing above anything else. They don't need to be guzzling down giant water bottles, but you do want to have a goal of having them sip throughout the day. This helps prevent dehydration, and it will help loosen up some of the congestion that they have and make them feel a little bit better. So even if you have to set a timer for every 15 to 20 minutes throughout the day, just to keep on track, do that and have them take a sip or two. What should they drink? The number one choice, of course, is water. If they're not feeling the water, you can try a few other things. One is juice. I would dilute it with some ice and some water. You can try warm herbal tea that is totally caffeine free. I really like the brand Celestial Seasonings. They have fun flavors that kids would like. My kids also really love, they're so spoiled, the Passion iced tea from Starbucks. I get it unsweetened and it's herbal, so there's no added sugar. It's just some herbal tea. You also have full permission to give them milk while they are sick. You've probably heard somewhere along the way that milk is a no-go when your little one is congested. But what research actually tells us is just that it may have a slight thickening effect to their mucus, but it won't increase the mucus production. So if that's all they want, or something that you can get in them, that's totally fine. Smoothies are another option. I usually stick to something plain when they're sick, like milk, frozen banana, and maybe some yogurt. I'll link my blog post below where I share my go-to sick day smoothie. Popsicle is another choice, and you can even make your own if you have the popsicle molds. I'll link the ones below that I use. They're silicone, they're really easy. You could just pour some juice in there, and that's it. When all else fails, just give them a milkshake. Sometimes you have only so much energy to fight the battles. And if they're really not wanting anything else, you're concerned about them getting something in, sometimes they'll be like, I'll drink a milkshake. Since hydration is the number one goal, you don't have to worry too much about how much they're eating, especially the first few days of them being sick. It's very normal for them to have a low appetite when they're sick, so I would not worry at all if meals go untouched. Soup is a really great thing to offer. It's the number one thing that you always think of when somebody's sick, for good reason. It's both hydrating, and the warmth can actually help break up some of that congestion as well. If you're making it from a can, that's totally fine. Just look for a lower sodium version. Fruit is also a great thing to serve while they're not feeling well. It's light, and it's also full of hydration. Many fruits are also high in vitamin C. You've probably heard that vitamin C is good to take when you're sick. And what the research shows us is it's actually better for us to get the vitamin C from the actual foods versus a supplement. So you can try citrus fruits, strawberry. I'll list a couple other options here that you can try as well. You may have also heard to stick to the BRAT diet, bananas, rice, applesauce, toast. And you don't have to stick to that when they're sick, but a lot of times bland foods do just sound better, go down easier when you're sick. So keep those as options. Now, I'm not going to dive into supplements here, but I do discuss them in my blog post that I link to below. So if you're curious about what to give them to prevent them from getting sick and what is best to help get them feeling better faster, then take a look at my post. Now you know exactly what to focus on when they're sick. Hydration is number one. Don't freak out about them not eating that much. If this video was helpful for you, please like it, leave me a comment below, and let me know what questions you have on feeding your toddler so I can answer them in future videos.